Imagine a grocery store with zero waste. If the strawberries are ripening too fast, the price drops automatically to make sure they find a home. If the warehouse is overstocked in avocados, you get the savings. It's the ultimate win-win. The store clears its shelves and you get the bargain. But that same system cuts both ways. Now imagine it's going to rain heavily for the next week and umbrellas are marked up 300%. Because the same algorithm that knows when to give you a discount also knows exactly when you're desperate enough to pay a premium. This is dynamic pricing, and this isn't far from everyday reality. They're called electronic shelf labels, ESLs. They look like a basic price tag, but they're networked. A store manager or software running a remote server can update every label in the building simultaneously. Recently, Walmart announced they're replacing every paper price tag in every one of their US stores with these digital displays. All of them, by the end of 2026. They say it's about efficiency, cutting labor costs, making sure the shelf prices the register. But there's more to this. Here's what they left out. An economist at Whittier College said it plainly. If Walmart is spending the money to install this infrastructure and they don't plan to use it to increase prices dynamically, that would be a failure of their duty to shareholders. Because the changes are made for profits, not for you. Walmart signed their contract with the manufacturer Fusion Group. The same company already has their hardware in hundreds of Walmart locations right now. Kroger started rolling these out in 2018. Best Buy has them. Whole Foods has them. This isn't a future scenario. The traditional paper price tag made one implicit promise. The price is stable. It costs the store labor to change it and time, so they only do it when they have to. That friction was accidental consumer protection. Remove the friction, and the price can move whenever the system decides it should. Walmart's official position is that price changes are handled centrally, associate-led, and pushed outside of shopping hours so prices stay stable during the day. That's their commitment today. What it will be in 2 years, once the hardware is in every store and the infrastructure is already paid, that's a very different question. So let's talk about what the software actually does. Every major retailer is running pricing software that pulls in data from multiple sources simultaneously. Competitor prices, updated in real time, by scrapers watching Amazon, Walmart, and anyone else in the category. A commonly cited internal example of one retailer. Salt prices go up when snow is detected in the local forecast, not after it starts snowing, before. The same system will predict your behavior and adjust before you even decide you need one. This is standard revenue management logic. The same math that airlines have used since the 1980s to price seats dynamically. What changed is that the infrastructure to run this math became cheap enough to apply to a $4 item on a grocery shelf. The traditional price tag made one promise. Everyone pays the same price. That promise is gone. What replaced it is an ongoing auction that you don't know you're in. Every company caught doing this says the same thing. We do dynamic pricing, not surge pricing. When Wendy's announced that they were rolling out digital menu boards that could update prices in real time, the backlash was immediate. They reversed course within days. Their defense, it was never going to be surge pricing, just dynamic pricing. Totally different thing. Kroger said the same thing when its senators investigated them. We do not and have never engaged in surge pricing. So what's the actual difference? Dynamic pricing means prices move up or down based on conditions the algorithm is watching. Surge pricing means the prices only go up, specifically to extract maximum value during peak demand. The companies draw that line because surge pricing sounds predatory. Dynamic pricing sounds like economics. But here's the thing. If your prices only ever seem to move in one direction when it matters, during a storm, during a holiday, during a shortage, the distinction stops meaning anything. Wendy's didn't kill the idea. They just learned not to announce it. Here's something that companies understand that most people don't. You don't need surveillance pricing to extract more money from consumers. You just need consumers to stop trusting their instincts about what things cost. Starting in 2020, global supply chains collapsed. Prices swung wildly. People paid twice as much for toilet paper, for cars, for concert tickets. And what companies realized is that once a higher price has been accepted, even once, even under duress, it didn't reset when the crisis ended. It became the new normal. Think about the last time you bought eggs. You may have remembered when they were much cheaper in the past. You put them in the cart anyways. Not because you decided the price was fair, because you stopped expecting it to be. When you use a retailer's app, you hand over something the shelf label can't get. Your identity, your purchase history, your location over time, whether you drive to the store or walk, what time you usually shop. That data feeds a layer of pricing that researchers call surveillance pricing, where the algorithm doesn't respond to just market conditions. It responds to you specifically. The algorithm doesn't know why those signals work. It doesn't need to. It just finds the pattern. There are tools built to fight this. Camel logs Amazon pricing over time, so you can see whether a sale price is actually lower than your usual, or whether the baseline was quietly inflated first. Google Flights shows price trend predictions, whether the algorithm expects fares to drop. If you're not handing over a loyalty card or a link card, and that loyalty card has a discount, in many cases, it's not a discount, it's the real price. The inflated number is what they charge people who won't hand over their data. The harder problem is that all this is inconvenient, and the companies know that. The app is faster. The card remembers your details. The loyalty program saves you $1 a day. Every step towards convenience is a step toward giving the system more to work with. Walmart says the tags are just a tool, that the price you see is the same for everyone in the store, that this is about efficiency, not extraction. They might be right, but the infrastructure for something is being installed in thousands of stores right now. The algorithm already exists and data is being collected. There's a lot of money being spent to implement these types of pricing metrics for a reason. The hardware doesn't pay for itself through efficiency savings alone. At some point, the switch gets flipped. The question isn't if, it's when you're standing in the aisle when it happens.